Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Manveer Kaur. I'm the Director of Programs for PATH Orange County. And today we are celebrating 1 year anniversary of Placentia Navigation Center. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining us in person and everyone who's watching us live virtually on Facebook Live. Thank you. On March 31st, 2020, PATH Orange County opens up Placentia Navigation Center with 100 interim beds. We brought the first day 64 people off of streets of Placentia. And I still remember that day. We had a lot of things to do, but we made it happen. And it was definitely a great timing. Since we were trying to get as many people off the streets and into safety given the pandemic. In last 1 year, we provided services to 179 guests and assisted 31 clients obtain permanent housing. As I recall, all the memories, learning opportunities, struggles, celebrations, and stories of hope, my heart is filled with gratitude. It wasn't possible without a wonderful collaboration with the City of Placentia and 13 NORSPA cities. On that note, it's my honor to introduce our first guest speaker. Without him and his staff's support, it wouldn't have been possible to accomplish all the great things. Please help me welcome the Mayor of City of Placentia, Mayor Green.
Thank you so much. It wasn't just me, I'll tell you, there was a ton of people involved in this effort. I mean, from day one, the cities, the county, everybody got together, everybody had the same goal, to open a place that could keep people safe, off the streets, out of harm's way, but most of all, the line that I like to use is, helping people find their way. That's why it's a navigation center. So I just thank everybody for their efforts. This place is absolutely gorgeous. I'm looking around here. It's just really cool to see. So let's just hope we can keep it working and keep things moving forward. And I'm not going to take long, so I get to Rhonda here shortly. But no, it's just an incredible effort by an awful lot of people. Like I said, all of the cities that participated, the county, and your guys and your staff and PATH. I mean, it's just excellent. So thank you guys so much. I'm done. Thanks.
Thank you, Mayor. We really appreciate your time and joining us today and all the efforts by your team to assist us with anything at any time, literally any time. I would text Karen like middle of the night, I need this, and it would happen the next day. So thank you so much. Now moving on to our next part, we have 4 residents of Placentia Navigation Center who are sharing their stories with us today. Our first speaker came to PNC on a wheelchair in June 2020. He taught us so much during his stay here with us. His determination to seek mental health encouraged other residents. He had some bad days, actually a lot of bad days, but he would always overcome those challenges by making everyone around him laugh. After a lot of struggles, endless uplifting conversations with staff, and his contagious laugh, he made it home on March 5th. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Sean. I came here in a wheelchair, got out of the hospital after a suicide attempt, major depression. I needed psychological and psychiatric help and I wasn't getting any. Thanks to PATH, I got all the help I needed to get all the documentation I needed. I have been going to psychiatric and psychological treatment for months now. And I'm doing great. I've been sober for a couple months and I've been on the streets for 10 years. I gave up on, I had completely given up on any chance of getting off the streets until I came here. Thank you very much, Pat. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Sean. We miss you here. Even you were annoying to the staff most of the time. So our next speaker, she became resident of Placentia Navigation Center on March 31st last year, today. Her goal when she came to PNC was to get her kids back. I remember her meeting with her social worker virtually, who was helping her connect her to her kids. She did not hesitate to ask our staff for reminders for her meetings, for internet connection, and or even for a computer. She would help us clean the facility. She was always motivating other guests, and she even started working full-time during her stay here. She was determined to achieve her goals. And in September last year, she transferred to his house where she connected with her daughter. She's here today with us to share her story. Please welcome everyone, Kira.
Hi, I came from the hospital from having my son after living on Crowther, and that was the hardest pregnancy I think I've had. But we kind of had a community here, and we moved in together, and I went through everything, my whole pregnancy, everything, whether it was me starting here and doing my virtual visits with the baby, and everybody here helping me, to Marche helping me start college, and Hugo helping me with my homework and turning it in, and Manveer helping me connect with Christine, the therapist here, which everybody knows nobody wants to talk to a therapist. So I ran, as fast as I could many, many times until I got caught. But having therapy here and connecting with Christine and his house OC got me and my kids back. And Manveer realizing that my barriers weren't the same as everybody else's here. So, and all the support that I got from everybody, I got my 1 year sobriety being here, and took Sean to his first AA meeting, and he's been sober since, I think, or pretty much, right? Yeah, I get my son back on the 14th of April, and I would never have been able to do any of this if I never came to PATH. And they never got me to his OC. So I thank them, and they saved my life. And yeah, that's my story.
All right, our next guest speaker is somebody who's a leader, and he has been helping us a lot. He was the first one to came to us, and he was like, I want to start a group. And he started AA meetings, and he made sure he held everybody accountable to make sure people are joining. He was helping us clean. He was motivating people, and he's here with us today, and it's my honor to introduce him. He recently made it home last week, so please help me welcome Dean.
A tough year. It really has. Everybody's not here still that when I started here. When I started the first day of April last year, there was almost, how many, 80 of us? And I don't think most of them are still here anymore, but a few of them have stuck it out throughout the year. It has been a struggle this year, but thank God me and my girl got housing last week. There's not one day that goes by that I don't think, God, this time last year I was in the rain, I was in the wind, I was in the mud, I was in the, you name it, in trouble. With the help of a judge and a pastor and everything, he wiped clean some warrants we had, and we've addressed that, so that's been taken care of. My girl's not here with me. She's probably going to be a little late, Morgan. But it's an honor to speak here. A couple people said to me last week, they said, how did you get housing so quick? And I said, quick? I've been here a year. There's nothing quick about it. Anyway, my hat goes off to Diana, that's no longer here, because I really feel she helped us get our housing. She really pushed us in the forward direction. God bless her. Tony, Manbeer, Raul, if you're here. No, I don't think he's here, but thank you all for getting me where I'm at, because it's nice having that house over my roof over my head, you know, and to hear that I got friends of mine that are getting their housing right after me, it's like going like clockwork. So I also wanted to say to the newer people that don't give up, because, you know, it might take a year, but do what you got to do. Get your credentials, get your everything you need, your paperwork. Until you get that, you're not going to even get close to housing. So please do what you're supposed to do. And thank all of you.
Thank you, Dean. So our next speaker is not here, but I would like to share his story. So he was also one of the first residents who came to NAV Center on March 31st. And he came in with his wife and his little dog, Tesla. And in last 1 year, he worked with his case manager to be document ready, and so that he can get his own place. His determination and hope to get into his permanent housing came true, as today is the day of him moving into his new place. So congratulations to Brett and Danielle. I hope you can make it later. But yeah, these are the stories that we share. And on that note, I would like to thank all the residents, everybody who joined us in this journey and trusted us enough. Your patience, your courage, that's what helps the team going. We come to work every day motivated because of you guys, because of you all. I also want to thank my team for their hard work. I call them superheroes. And they are superheroes, really. You guys are making an impact not only on the guests, the organization, but the whole community. So thank you. Thank you so much. Last year has been really difficult and different due to COVID. We learned so much along the way, but really, I honor the team, case managers, operations, security, who came into work during this crisis and gave their 200%. It was difficult, it was new, and it was different, but we did it. We were safe. We had some ups and downs, but we fought through that. So thank you, team. You guys are amazing. As they say, it takes a village. It definitely does, and we wouldn't have been able to make it without our community partners, including the faith organizations who helped us with donations and helped us put events together to uplift our clients. So special thanks to Anaheim Vineyard Church, Rock Church, Lutheran Church, financial institutions like Credit Union of Southern California. They offered financial literacy program to our residents and helped us open so many new bank accounts for our guests. All the medical providers, such as Cal Optima, really, I would call them a day before and they would send a mobile unit on site the next day. So thank you, Cal Optima. Serve the people who have been testing us all year for COVID every single week. So thank you. Orange County Healthcare Agency, special shout out to City of Placentia, the staff. Thank you so much. PD, EMTs, Lynch Services, they have been so wonderful, and they always come here with they would respect the respect they have been showing to our guests. We are really thankful for that. Placentia Buzz, Homeless Task Force, and our NAV Center Advisory Board. So thank you so much. It was not possible without all of your support and encouragement. I would like to thank our today's sponsor, Camp Telly Cookies, for providing us with yummy cookies, Gina Maria's Pizzeria for lunch, and Rose Promos for customized masks. So thank you. Now moving on to our last guest speaker for today, Rhonda Shader. She has been part of this project since the beginning. Her advocacy for the clients, support for our staff, and her availability to our needs sets an example for all of us. She always connected us to different resources and ensured we have an abundance of masks and sanitizer at all times. So thank you, Rhonda. I really want to thank her for everything that she has done for us so far. Thank you so much. Please help me welcome Council Member Shader for closing remarks.
Hearing these stories today means so much to me. I have grown so much as a person being involved with this navigation center. I was mayor during the year that everybody was on Crowther, and many of you guys know me. I walked that street many times to see how you were, to see what we could do. And when 65 of you came here, when we opened this place, it just lifted such a burden off of me. Because as a city and as the mayor of the city, I just had such a burden knowing that there were people living on the streets in my town like that. And I began to understand, what was going on with everybody and what the answers were. And Beth has shown me how we treat people that are homeless and the respect that they deserve, and that they're adults and can make decisions for themselves. And so it's widened my vision and my understanding of the issue. And, this place does not solve the homeless problem in my city or in the county, but it's a step in the right direction, and it creates a place where we can send people that's compassionate and caring and meets them in their deepest need. Because here's what I've learned is homeless is one person's story. Each person is unique. There's a reason that they got in that place, and there's not a one-size-fits-all, which means the work is grueling. It's tedious. It's moment to moment. It's what do you need? Where are you at today? And where can we get you? Like, what's the next step? And so I just can't even imagine, what it's like to work here, because hard things happen here too. Really hard things happen here too, because people are suffering here. And it's so good to celebrate today and to hear positive stories. And I'm so proud of my city. I'm so proud of the residents and the businesses that even though this can be hard to have a place like this in your city and to see homelessness on your streets, they've been so compassionate, so understanding. I don't get complaints. I don't get complaints about this place. What I get is people coming and saying, how can I help? Attorneys, counselors, churches, nonprofits, like, what do they need? What can we bring? And because of COVID, I became a conduit for a lot of that, because we couldn't just send them here, because there were restrictions for people showing up and people weren't feeling comfortable. So I just am so grateful for the successes that we have had. They're individual. I've watched them happen, and it's a glorious day. It's a day to celebrate and get refreshed, because there's a lot more work to be done. It's not solved yet. There's a lot we're doing. The 13 cities, I'm so grateful for them because it's very expensive to do this. But when we all pool our money together, we're able to provide a great place for people to be while they wait for their housing and do the things that they need to do. And so I'm so grateful. And just please know that your cities we are going to the next step, which is that transitional housing, which is more affordable housing. Everything just takes time. And, we've been a little bit behind the ball this whole time, but there is a path to getting to your roof over your head. And so I'm just so grateful today. I'm grateful for Path. It was just, it seemed like a little bit risky choice because Path was a little bit unknown in Orange County, but we had a citizens panel and council members and staff were on there, and it was the right choice. And you just have so much patience. I asked Sean, I said, what's the difference with Path? Because you've been in a lot of shelters and a lot of recovery places, so what makes the difference? He said, the patience. Even when I was freaking out or, doing things that were inappropriate, they would just step back and let me walk through that with them and get to the other side. And that takes a lot. So thank you for the work you do here every day. I am just so in awe of you, and I appreciate it so much. And I'm so, so proud of those of you that are working this program. The ones that shared today that we know are housed, and all of you back there that are still trying and finding your way. I wish you well. I pray for you every day. I wish you the best, and God bless you and continue to bless this place with everything that it needs. That concludes our program today. So thank you for joining us virtually. We wish you could be here. Hopefully this is all going to end soon. We're gratefully in the orange tier. So everyone have a great day, and we're going to keep celebrating here a little bit what's gone on. So thank you.